Hello innovators and welcome back to Insuring Innovation, the show where we break down the essential updates and trends driving the insurance industry forward. If you're just discovering the series, a special welcome to the show. I'm Jesse Gomez, Senior Solution Specialist with the Applied Customer Success team, and this month I'm excited to talk to you about talent. And I'm not just talking about on-screen talent like yours truly. I'm talking about all the essential team members who keep this industry humming. So in this episode, we'll cover the generation gap in insurance, strategies for attracting great talent, and we'll also talk about how to hold on to your best employees. Because people, after all, are the foundation of your business, so let's make sure they get all the attention that they deserve. So let's start with the basics. What do we mean by talent? Well, we mean people. People who serve your customers with a smile, people who work hard to do a great job, heck, even people you know. Finding the right talent is so important because these are the people you spend your time with day in and day out, and having a great team is an essential element of running a successful business. Okay, so we know what talent is, but you're not here looking for simple definitions. You're looking for insight and practical advice. You're in insurance, so you're already aware of the generational changes happening throughout our industry. Every year, more and more baby boomers are retiring, and my hat's off to the boomers for a well-earned retirement, as their generation has been essential in shaping the culture of insurance, providing expertise, and for defining the practices and processes that are still in use across the industry today. With their increasing rate of retirement, we are seeing a corresponding gap in both talent and knowledge that innovators like you are trying to fill, and that Gen Z and Millennials are at the forefront of filling today. These two generations already make up more than half of the tech workforce, so you can only imagine how that percentage is going to grow over the next 5 years and into the future. So what does that mean for insurance agencies and brokerages like yours? Well, the young folks that make up these generations think just a bit differently about where, when, and how they work compared to previous generations. And that means that you have to meet this new talent where they want. If you don't examine new approaches to getting work done, for example, you may be seriously limiting the candidates who would consider working for you. These folks bring a distinct set of skills and perspectives. They are technologically savvy, adaptable, and innovative thinkers, and that makes them ideal candidates to propel the industry forward. But in order for them to do that, they actually need to start their careers in insurance. So what keeps them from pursuing jobs within our amazing industry? Well, let's start with something we've touched on in previous episodes. That perception that the insurance industry is stuffy, old-fashioned, and any other adjectives that you care to pull out of the old Davenport. You and I both know that our industry is vibrant, it's exciting, it's diverse. And as someone who became an insurance agent at the ripe age of 23, I can say for a fact that this industry has tons of great jobs for young people. But it isn't about what we think. It's about showing young people all the exciting opportunities that our industry has to offer. So how do we do that? Well, number one, embracing digital transformation. If your company isn't using modern technology, talent won't be convinced that you're a modern shop. The younger generations expect cutting-edge tech, not just as consumers, but also in their workplace. For example, many young people think that AI and other technologies will automate some or all of their job, and may perceive organizations who don't adopt the latest tools as likely to fail. Also consider this, ChatGPT came out in November 2022, so next year, college graduates will have had access to AI for their entire stint at their university, and in another 5 years, graduates will have had access to AI since before high school. Really making me feel old here, guys. You want to attract young talent, you can't ask them to go back in time every single morning when they walk into the office. All right, number two, build the contemporary culture. People want to feel free to be themselves at work. Great people come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and creeds. They express themselves through their clothes, through their hair, and how they decorate their office. They want to share their full self with the world. Consider if you have any policies that are limiting your appeal to these super talented people. These folks aren't just looking for employment. Satisfaction with an employer's societal and environmental impact, as well as an employer's efforts towards diversity and inclusion, make younger talent much more likely to stay with your company longer term. Nearly 2 in 5 candidates say they rejected a job because it did not align with their value. Folks, culture isn't just a nice to have element of your business, it's the foundation of building an extraordinary team with awesome staying power. All right, number 3, reimagine your job description. Folks, you can have the greatest culture and the newest tech, but if your job descriptions conjure images of gray walls and cold coffee and ill-fitting suits, your candidates won't even apply. So make sure your job descriptions tell the story of a modern company that's looking for the best candidates to help them build the future. Be sure to offer and promote compelling benefits like higher compensation, better work-life balance, increased learning and development opportunities, as well as mental health and wellness support. Also, be sure you're avoiding industry jargon in your job descriptions. If your candidates aren't already in insurance, they might be confused by industry terminology or otherwise off-put by their perceived lack of qualifications. Speaking of, be sure you're also taking a look at your expectations for education. You might actually find that many roles do not actually require a degree, and relaxing those requirements could open the door to an array of qualified people. For many candidates, a job description will be their first impression of your company, and we all know the importance of making a good first impression. All right, so that's some advice on how to get candidates in the door, but how do you hold on to that top talent? Well, it starts with actually delivering on the culture that your organization is projecting. You can't just talk the talk, folks, you gotta walk the walk. So make sure you provide the benefits, the culture, the advancement opportunities that you're advertising. Focus on results and set your teams up to successfully deliver the best outcomes. And if you want your people to stay satisfied, make sure you're also thinking about that work-life balance. How else do you keep your top talent? Well, pardon me as I blow your mind, but your people also want to get paid. If you want to hold on to the best talent, you need to offer good compensation. Insufficient pay is one of the top reasons Gen Z and Millennials leave their jobs. So be sure you provide competitive compensation, financial benefits like retirement contributions with employer match, and of course, life insurance. And from there, your people will start to feel secure working for you. Another thing that gets people dreaming of a new job is the lack of advancement opportunities. You don't want any of your people feeling like they're stuck at a dead end. You actually want to make sure your employees have the time as well as the opportunity to continue learning and growing. You also need clear paths for career advancement. If you want hardworking employees, you need to provide them with goals to work towards. Employees may burn out if their hard work isn't getting them any closer to a promotion. Knowing that the effort is moving them in the right direction is essential to their satisfaction. Okay, one more tip for keeping your new talent: set up a recognition program. Don't just assume your employees know that you think they're doing a good job. Tell them. Recognition and rewards programs help celebrate employees who go above and beyond, reinforcing positive contributions. You would be absolutely shocked at the number of people out there who have no idea that they're absolutely crushing it. A little effort here and there goes a long way, whether it's a shout out in an all hands meeting or a gift card for going above and beyond on a project. Employees are going to remember when their boss took the time to recognize their hard work. Special shout out to my boss. And if you have a special way to recognize employees, share it with us down in the comments below. All right, that's the rundown on talent and insurance. I hope you're feeling just a little bit better prepared to help build a great team. My name is Jesse Gomez, and I'll see you next month. And I also thank you in joining us in Insuring Innovation.